Waited all day. I don't know why I've waited all day. But we're going to be unboxing the DJI Avata 2 right now. The fact that there's good weather coming along as well is good because it gives me an opportunity to fly and test this and make videos and show you guys. So as well as the unboxing of this, I'm also going to let you know like who this is for and who this is not for based on my opinion. If you're new, hello, my name is Demetrius and I create videos on drones, photography and everything in between. And it's a mix of entertaining and educational content. Subscribe to stay up to date. Now, I can't wait any longer. First of all, I'm gonna adjust this a little bit and then it doesn't really matter if I'm in the frame because you wanna see what's in the box. Ooh, there we go. So, get rid of those. Let's get rid of the small stuff first. So, we have here a Lexar memory card, 256. It was actually cheaper to buy it from DJI because on Amazon it was way more expensive, so memory card's always useful. Then I have the ND filter set here. So we got a set of those, might as well because it's the new camera system. I will test out if the old ones work from the 03, but we'll see what happens with these ones. We also have the DJI Controller 3. The first thing I want to do with this is I want to take the spring out so I can actually fly it properly. Finally, we can get rid of this box and just put it down here. The Avata 2 Fly More Kit combo. So this is 3 batteries. Does it say here? Just there in the corner. Ooh, there we go. I'll point this down again because you don't need to see me. And it literally just comes. Come on. That's it. Everything comes packaged already. This is a lovely case. It's actually quite nice. So you have a lovely side pouch here and you have another pouch here which is expandable. Take that off. So you have a nice little strap here. It looks pretty comfortable because it's similar to the Air 3 bag. You have like a hand here. You have a zip to unlock it. This is a big bag. Pouch at the top. What's in the pouch at the top? Other than these silicone things, you have individual props with the nuts as well. So there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 of them. You have an Allen key. So you have a USB-C to USB-C cable. We've got some stickers and then basically your instruction manuals. That's what's in here. Those are your stickers that you get. And then this one, these are your corrective lenses, whether you can see those or not. So you get 2 of those. Obviously, I don't think I need these, but it's good that DJI have provided those. And in here you have, this is the adjustment. So it goes on the head of the goggles. That's what that's for. I am that guy, by the way, that will open everything first and leave the drone for last. And then this must be an OTG cable, which is actually pretty handy. There you go. OTG cable here. I might actually end up using this for my goggles V2. So, this thing's tiny. Goggles. And then we have the batteries. Then the drone itself. That's what's in the bag. Charging case first. Let's put that here. To be honest, these are really small considering the battery's quite light. That's pretty cool. I thought these would be heavier personally. And they only go in one way. DJI Air 3, Avata 2. But obviously these must be a bigger milliamp hour. Okay, now let's have a look at the motion controller, AKA as Mr. Steels call it. I thought this would be bigger personally. So on and off switches here, record button, you have a dial, and then it also pushes in as well. Does it? Yeah. So it's a dial and it's a switch, and then you have your joystick here, start stop button, and this is that manual and home button right there? When I do the first flight, I'll figure that out. I'll try this out, but I'm more of a fan of the controller than anything. And it also comes with a lanyard, which just goes here at the bottom. There you go. So you just have to pinch it, put it through, and that is done. So if you let go, it's still attached to your wrist, but we'll play with that later. Let's do goggles 3. Okay. I should have done this in the day. I don't know why I left it so late. Ooh, these are tiny compared to the V2s. These will be useful, these foam inserts. If you ever go traveling, I recommend it. So the battery's at the back, and this is to loosen and tighten. So you can see it move as well, look. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. And then you have this adjustment, and then your antennas here. And then you have the diopters here, which you need to peel off. And then you have this flappy bit. Oh, this is flappy. I'm not sure about that. And then you have your adjustments here at the bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play with this because I have zero clue at the moment with this one. And then you have your on and off switch, USB-C. You have an LED port here, your 5D switch here, and your back button, and there's nothing on the other side. Just for testing now. Okay, so you're just pushing that against my face. So this has to sit further up until I switch this on. And then, do you know what? This is actually really comfortable. Can you see my face right now? No, you can't. I'm such a plum. So if I put this here. So if I put these on now, because this actually rests on your forehead, I was skeptical, but to be honest, this is actually really comfortable because the pressure's on your forehead compared to on your face. And I'm getting a little bit of light leak, but it's just like push it in a bit. Like just here. Very, very tiny, but I probably just need to adjust it. I mean, when the goggles are turned on, this is pretty cool. Didn't expect this. I had my my doubts, and then you can just flick it open, or you can just lefty loosey, right? These are much lighter. Yeah, I'm surprised about this. I can't wait to have these compatible with O3 eventually, but these are lovely. Now let's get back to the actual main event right here. This is what you've been waiting for. Came upside down. The Avata 2. There we go. What do we think? So in terms of like, it's just a little bit bigger than my hand. And obviously the battery compartment is here. You got the on and off switch just here. You obviously got a little compartment. You just press these in and pull out the battery. Do you know what? It actually feels pretty strong and rigid. However, if I can imagine if you hit something pretty hard. So you have a couple of screws here. Oh, but this will be from the top plate. And you've got your lens guard here. And the camera tilts up and down, which is pretty cool. You have your USB and your SD card right here on the left-hand side. There you also have here your C1 label, which is fantastic news if you're someone based in Europe. I hope England and Canada follow suit and just stick to the same thing just to make things easier for everyone, because it's absolutely ridiculous, the different regulations. Like most of us like to travel, us creators. You have some sensors here and you have some at the bottom. These look like heat sinks. The props look tiny, you know? So it only goes one way, but that looks pretty secure. Do not touch the air intake to avoid burns. It will be just here where my finger's pointing. And then you've got one at the back here as well, and then some on the other side. This is too bright because it's in my face. Let's just move that way a bit. Because I am a special case, as in I am a hybrid. I already know how to fly FPV because I did it the classic way. So this is the Gepard C Cinelog 25. This is a sub 250 gram drone. You can see that it fits in my hand. So throughout the weeks when we do film more content with the Avata 2, I'll be explaining the differences between who is suiting for this versus this. This is much smaller drone. This is obviously a bigger drone and a heavier drone. And then when we compare it to, this is an open prop. This is a 5-inch quad. So obviously it's going to be, this is a lot heavier. This is I think 700 and something grams. So it is a lot larger. This is a lot stronger, but it's carbon fiber versus plastic. This is going to have more power and probably fly better as well. But there's benefits to this and this and this. They each have their purpose. Let me bring this back up so you can see me now, because we've done all the unboxing part. So who is the This drone 4, the DJI Avata 2, who is this for? I am a hybrid in terms of that I already know how to fly. This isn't really going to improve my flying skill, but the reason why I bought it is to show you guys. We're going to break it down in depth like I did with the DJI Air 3, all its features and functions so you can understand it better. I'm that type of guy that will go through the user manual to understand it fully and play with it, use it, so to educate you better and maybe find some quirks. However, this compared to where those FPVs gone, compared to those FPVs back there I showed you earlier, I like the simplicity in terms of with those FPV drones, you have to go through beta flight. It's very, very overwhelming. Like when you get into FPV traditionally, there's a lot to learn. It's not just about flying. You have to know how to charge the batteries, what radio frequency, there's a lot going on. With this, it's a bit like Apple, you're an ecosystem. You charge it, you don't have to worry about LiPo fires or anything like that. It's plug and play essentially. So if you want the simplicity, this is probably going to be the one for you. I also bought this because it can't, with the Goggles 3, obviously I have the V2s, I didn't get the Goggles 2. I wanted them for the O3 Air unit, but then when I heard rumors that there was, well, when the Air 3 came out and it was the O4 system, obviously I was patient because getting this as a set would be cheaper than buying the Goggles 3 separately. Imagine Goggles 3 with the O4, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so buying this gives me the opportunity to also have the goggles, so I'm future-proofing myself because eventually when the O4 Air unit comes out, then I can use it for future quads, and when I get to the stage of building my own quads, I'll be able to swap out the O3 Air unit in the Mark 5 or future quads that I buy, future 5 inches. So yeah, that's another reason. If you're in that position as well, you're maybe a hybrid flyer like myself, where you know how to fly, and then instead of waiting for the Goggles 3 separately, you can just buy this with the kit. You have another drone and that's it. However, this is a tool at the end of the day. These are just tools that we use, and some of them are really fun, like the Gepard C Mark 5. They're fun to fly. I already know what I can use this for. I do have a potential client, and this is already an improvement to the Cinelog 25 with the Action 2. The Action 2, that did a fine job. However, in terms of simplicity again and safety, the longevity of flight time compared to LiPos, the better camera quality, this is a good filmmaker's tool. Doesn't mean the Cinelog can't capture what I can, because I was going to use that anyway. But I could probably use this now because I know the quality will be better. So in terms of a filmmaker's tool, this is good to buy. So if you're in that space, I will probably recommend this, and I'm probably going to showcase more stuff in the future as I progress using this as a tool for filming. So who is this not for? If you already fly FPV, you have a bunch of equipment already, and you want the best flying quad possible, I don't think this is going to be for you. Like, there's already people out there, Mr. Steels, I think it was Patrick that I'm following on Instagram, he says it too. Like, that's fine. They're pro FPV pilots. They know how to get the most out of the tool. They have their own cameras, they have their own equipment. This isn't really going to do anything with them because they're already set up. You're probably already set up if you have that. So don't hate on this because this has a specific purpose as well. But if you're set up with your own equipment, this is obviously not for you. Other than if you want to get the Goggles 3 at a slight discount by getting the set. That's probably the only thing. The other thing I'm going to say as well, if you want to be able to repair your quad, maybe you have flown FPV more frequently and you have a bunch of spare parts because of broken drones and you're using those to build new ones, this isn't exactly repairable. This is something I wish DJI would include. That I know you have DJI Care Refresh. In order to speed things up to get flying quicker, we should be allowed to repair our own drones, at least make things replaceable. Like, this whole body is one piece. Like, I wish this was repairable in a way so we could buy like a separate chassis and just stick it on. That would have been nice. So if you're looking for that repairability, you're stuck with DJI. And I'm probably going to go against the grain here because I did say I'm a bit of a hybrid, but if you're someone looking to fly, actually fly FPV manually with no safety aids or nothing and actually become a good FPV pilot, I don't think this is the one for you. I think you need to go the classic route just like I did, as recommended by the pro pilots, where you start in a simulator, you buy yourself a radio. A simulator is 20 bucks, a radio is probably going to be up, I don't know, 100 bucks, a cheap one, the beta FPV one. Learn on that, then you buy yourself a tiny whoop, and then you move on to a drone. I've already made a video on this and I'll put it up here somewhere. But so yeah, if you actually want to be an FPV pilot and learn properly without all these aids, that's probably going to be the way to go. I'm not gonna recommend this. Well, beginners, like you can't call yourself an FPV pilot and buy this and you're flying in normal mode or sport mode. It's not giving you the muscle memory that you need to become a FPV pilot. Yes, this flies manual. However, I think it's a lot of money to spend, especially if you break it flying manually straight out the box. You're gonna need simulation time. However, my mind could be changed when I start playing with this and figuring out. You just have to subscribe and I'll review this in 6 months' time and say to you, yeah, do you know what? Beginners can use this. At the moment, I can't say that. What's to come in the future? Well, essentially, I'm now gonna like play with this drone, get it set up. I will review it and make my thoughts, and we'll make another video on this. I have to do a first flight. I have to sort that out for Sunday. So my current subscribers pretty much know the format that I'm gonna be doing in terms of breaking everything down. And instead of glossing over everything like other YouTubers do and not going in depth, I prefer to do the opposite, where we have more digestible content, focusing on certain features and aspects of the drone. I think it's a lot easier and less overwhelming. We might even find some quirks like I have done with the Air 3. That will be good feedback for DJI and hopefully like updates and things like that, which has happened in the past. So if there's anything you want to learn about the DJI Avata 2, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know what drone you're flying. Is the Avata 2 one of those drones in your shortlist and you want to know if this is going to be suitable for you? Subscribe for more videos on drones, photography, and everything in between. And YouTube recommends you watch this video next. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.